Hello and welcome to today's video titled Video Editing in Capcut. Stay tuned to the end for a free gift offer. So my name is Christy, my husband's name is Eric, and our business is called Wise Enterprises. Currently, our focus is on affiliate marketing. Any purchases made from the links in this post placed by us may result in commission payments for us at no cost to you. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel to keep up with what we got going on. Okay, so here we are inside of Capcut as soon as you open it. So down here is where all of your projects that you've already started are kept at. If you need to go back in and edit something or just want to look at it again, you just click on the box and it will take you into that project. If you're starting something totally new, then you will click up here on New Project. And just a little note, when I open this on my laptop computer, there is no recording function. You can record your voice inside there, but it doesn't give me an option to record with the camera inside of CapCut. But on the app that I use on my phone, there is an option inside to record right inside of CapCut, so that as soon as it records, it saves it in there for you to start editing. Just a note in case you were curious. I do the majority of my filming through Clipchamp, and then just save it to my computer, and then I'll go into CapCut and do a new project and import the video that I made in Clipchamp. All right, so now I have opened up a project. Here in my media tab, these I have already pre-loaded these, but if you need to put something in here that you've already recorded, or pictures that you want in here, you can go to import and go to whatever folder you have them saved in. You will click on the picture that you want and then hit open, and it will pop it in here. So the first thing you want to do is put something here in your timeline. So you click the little plus button, or you can also drag it into the screen, whichever way you like. And you see that, so when you first add something in here, it automatically, if it's a recording, it will put it in for however long you recorded it. But like this picture, it automatically pops it in here for 5 seconds. So you can increase or decrease the amount of time that it sits in there. And if you see right here, it is my counter for how long in blue that this is lasting. So if I want it to be for 5 seconds, I can, if I need to be like, if I want to be really precise, I can watch this little counter until I get it to exactly where I need it to be. Otherwise, when you're not messing with an image or a recording, the blue automatically goes to wherever this little cursor thing is at. So it's at 0 at the beginning. So that's why it says that. What's the next thing? Okay, so I'm just going to go through these tabs. So I'll skip audio until the end. Just that's what I do when I am editing things, is I put audio in at the very end. So I'll skip right now to text. So there's just default text, and if you click on it, it will show you like where in this picture it's going to be at and what it's going to look like, so you can know what it's going to look like before you actually add it. And if you want to add it, you can click on this little plus button, or you can drag and drop it onto here. So it's automatically going to put it on for a certain amount of time. And again, if you don't like that, more or less, you can do whatever you want with it. And you want to make sure that your cursor is where you want it to be. So if you want your text to start at the very beginning, put your cursor at the beginning, and it's going to put it in at wherever your cursor is at. I hope that makes sense. So my cursor was sitting right here when I added the text, so this is where it put it in at. But again, you can drag it and drop it wherever you need it to be. If you don't want something that you put on there, you can either use this backup button, um, or you can highlight it. You see the white frame around it. Like I'll put it on here and then put it back on here. So if you don't want something that you dropped in there, you can highlight it and then click on this little trash can icon, and it will delete it off of there. So this is just default text, and then they have all kinds of different effects that you can put in there. And we're watching for the little pro sign. If you don't have the paid version of CapCut, like I'm using the free version. Um, if you move to the pay, then you can do these ones that say pro. But if not, then you want to stick with the ones that don't say anything on them. So if it's the first time that you've used it, you have to click on it or click that little download icon. Um, and then it will give you a preview of what it's going to look like, and it'll turn into a plus button. So really quick on here, I am going to put a pro one in here so later you can see what I mean. Okay, so once you put these templates in there, you can change whatever the text says. You can go in this box and put whatever you want in there. You can also change the font size. It can be bigger or smaller. And then you can change the color of the writing, especially if you have branding colors. Why didn't it change the color? So I don't know why it's not working on this one. But usually it does work. And then, so these are okay, but I really like these text templates. And just a note: if you stack things on top of each other, they will all show up in that same area. So just be mindful of that. Again, if you don't have your cursor where you actually want it at, it's going to put the text or the sticker or the effect, whatever, right where your cursor is. So then you can move it to wherever you need it at. So yeah, these are pretty cool. I like these. So then you can change around whatever you want. And again, you can make it bigger or smaller, and then you just drag it and drop it wherever you want it to show up at. So there's all kinds of these to choose from. There's a ton of them. And then one good thing that I really like about CapCut is the very first section is always stuff that's trending. So things that everybody's using in their videos at the time. And then there's also other categories that you can choose from. I really, really like that about CapCut. Not so much for the stickers and effects and things, but for the audio. And we'll talk about that later. So we shall move on to the stickers. So the stickers are just kind of cool effects that they can put in there, or they got like arrows and circles and things that you can do to emphasize things that are in your picture or your video. So this is a kind of cool one that puts this little sparkly thing in the middle, and again, for as long or as little as you need. But once you put the effect in there, you can kind of run it back and play it to see where your effect is at. And this little sparkle, I can move it to wherever I want it to. If I want it to be in my eye or, whatever, you can move it wherever you want it at. So that's it on that. And then there are some effects. Move my cursor over here, and we'll put this optical zoom one in so you can kind of see what it does. And again, you can see what it's going to do on your picture if you just click on it here in the square. And so I put that in there so you can see how it's showing the effects. That's really neat, I think. Okay, so now we'll go to transitions. So in the last clip that I did in Clip Champ, which these are very similar. I didn't know how to use these transitions, and I have since learned. So if you have, these are especially useful if you have recorded things in little chunks, like if you recorded your introduction and then the main body and then the kind of thank you for watching or the outro. So you'll have little chunks of video that you've recorded, or you can do it with pictures as well. So I'm just going to add another picture in here. And so to kind of connect these, because a lot of times I know for me, like I'll end it right after I'm talking. So I'm not really smiling. I just sort of have like a normal face on. And then when I do start the next video, like I'm smiling, and if there's no transition, I just go, I want to show you, I don't know. It's not the last thing. Weird. Sorry. Audio. So the transitions are helpful. But again, you can only put these transitions if you have different chunks of video or different pictures, because that's what you're transitioning from one thing into the other. So in here we have this comparison picture, and so you could see what it's going to do to take you from this one frame to the other. So we'll put this in here. So you can see my optical zoom is here. So that's why only my husband is in that picture, but you can kind of, so that's what it's going to do. And they got tons to choose from. And again, they always have their trending section, and then you can search for whatever else you want. I don't really mess with filters or adjustments. Let me show you these templates really quick. I haven't messed with these a ton, but I do really like these intros and outros. So if you're choosing one for like a YouTube video, these are really neat. So I'm going to choose this fitness one right here. So I'm going to download it and add it to my timeline. So this is this whole, like it's a pre-done intro, right? This says it's a fitness intro. So if I click on that little cloud, hold on. If I click on this little cloudy square looking thing right here, it will take me into edit. So these are preloaded pictures that were already in here, but I can change them to my own pictures. And you see how that changed? This is so cool. So yeah, you can put in, you know, how many ever pictures it calls for, and it will take out the pre-done pictures and put your own in there. And then here is all the writing that's there throughout the video, and you can change it to your own writing. And then you can play it back. So anyways, I think that is really cool. So when you're done editing everything that you need to edit, both in these pictures and in all the writing that is on this, all over this intro, you would click done, and then this is your updated clip. Kind of cool. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this out of here. So I highlight it, make sure the white is around it, and hit the delete button. So once I have everything in here, this will, with the exception of these like intros and outros, this is a completely silent thing now. Like I have pictures. So these are just pictures. These are not like recordings. There's no sound. It's just pictures. So then my text overlays and my stickers and effects and whatever are in there, but it's a silent video at this point. So if you want to do your own voice, you can record it inside of here. And this is kind of what I was saying earlier. So I can record my own voice in here that will, like if you created a silent video where you just recorded yourself doing something, but you weren't talking through it, and you want to do like a voiceover where you're telling your audience about what you were doing in this picture, what colors you were using or tools or whatever, you can record that inside of here. Um, and then I was saying in the phone app, you can actually record yourself on camera as well. I just don't have that option on my laptop. So the other audio that we can put in here is music. Um, so in this music, the trending section, so if you're posting on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, you want to use trending music. It helps with the algorithm and getting it out to more people so you have more reach. So you want to try to choose from stuff that is trending. And then if you don't care about that, you can search whatever is kind of the theme of your video that you got going on. Um, so you can preview it by just clicking on it. So if you do, as long as you don't click the plus, it's not going to add it to your timeline. You're just going to be able to listen to it. And it tells you this one is called Soft and Gentle 4 on the Floor, and it lasts for 2 minutes and 56 seconds. I generally only add music to my shorts where I'm not talking at all. I just have a bunch of video or pictures with text over them. Um, but you can add it onto the timeline. And if you see this smaller little circle here, that is your fading the music in and out so it just doesn't come on full blast. You can kind of fade it in. And this black box here tells you seconds wise where you're at. You probably want to do it for at least like 2.5, 3 seconds. Um, and then on the end here, so you can chop this up. Like say you listen to the intro and you don't really like the very beginning, but you like where it starts, like right here. As long as this is highlighted, this will be what you're cutting. So you can split it and like get rid of this part if you don't really like it. And then you can slide this forward. And again, you can. So if you see this icon, you're shortening the entire frame. But if you just see this one, this is going to fade your music in. And then you'll go to the end of it here and shorten this up to wherever the end of your video is. And then you can also fade the music out with this little bubble over here. Okay, so now that we have finished putting the audio in and our product is finished, now we're going to export it. Right here is where you will name it. Otherwise, it's just going to be like a 4-digit number right here. So you can rename it to whatever you need. And then you're going to click export. And this tells you if you're using something that is pro. Um, I have accidentally done this several times, so this feature is nice or whatever. But if you want to, at this point, say that I want to keep this effect, um, then I can join Pro right here. If not, I can go back to Edit and I can take this out. So you see, it was this art text effect that I had that was marked Pro. So I'll go back to Edit. And find that section. Where is it at? It's right here. Yeah, and I can, so I've highlighted it. You can see the white frame around it, and I'll click delete. So then I can either put in a new text that isn't pro, and then once I'm done again editing, I can come over here to the export, and it didn't put that screen up there. That means everything else that I used in the video was all free and good to use. So it's automatically going to put what it thinks you should export this at. I don't mess with any of this stuff. If you know about it, like changing the format, or if you know that where you're going to use this video, it needs a certain format, you can change it. I don't change anything. I just leave it alone. And then click export, and it will like put your video together. When it shows up down here, this is for TikTok. If you want to automatically share it to TikTok, it looks like they got TikTok and YouTube. Um, I don't know how long it actually takes, but once this shows up down here, I think that it's good. So I can either share it to TikTok or YouTube, whichever I want to do, or I usually just click cancel. And CapCut automatically made a folder that says CapCut for me. Like you don't tell this where to save it at, or if it was there, I missed it. But it made a folder, and that's where it automatically saves everything for me. Um, so, anyways, yeah. So then I just click cancel. Um, on the menu, you can go back to the home page, or you can pick quit, but it automatically saves for you. I think that's it for now. I'll see you in a minute. Thank you so much for watching our video called Video Editing in CapCut. We hope you found it helpful. If you did, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. We hope that you choose to become an affiliate marketer, or at least learn more about it so that you can make an informed decision. We are offering a free short ebook about affiliate marketing that will be sent to you in email and that you can download. The link for the free ebook is in the comments and the description of this video. Have a great day.